Qatar has surprised me with a wide range of great experiences you can have in just 48 hours. The people are so warm and welcoming. Qatar really is an incredible place to spend a few days on a stopover. Well, I've just woken up in Qatar, which always makes me happy, and there's so many exciting things happening. I think everyone knows how much I love food, and the food culture is very exciting in Qatar. I'm going to meet Chef Noor. We're going to be walking around the spice market, so I'm looking forward to this one. This is what I love, I love to go to spice markets, I love to go to fish markets. When I'm able to travel around, I'm so lucky because I go to your hole-in-the-wall place, your real traditional local restaurant.
The best.
Which is the best.
Exactly.
So tell me about your story.
Since I was 6 years old, I like cooking. And my mother kept pushing me out of the kitchen. Go, do your study. But I had a good grade and I can cook at the same time. But recently, after I know that we are going to host the World Cup, I had some allergies. I developed a gluten-free allergy, some dairy allergy. I was thinking we're going to have everyone in Qatar. So my mission was to provide Qatari food, vegan, vegetarian option, gluten-free option.
Wow.
So
you're very clever to do this.
It was superfood and Qatari food, and it suited everyone.
I like what you're doing because you're keeping the tradition, but just with a healthier twist, which is so important.
And our food is always rely on spices. We don't have like a fresh vegetable season every time. So our spices are our secrets. So when you add them to everything.
It's one of the best spice markets that I've ever been to.
Exactly, it's amazing.
It really is.
Here are the dry spices. Of course, you know that the dry spices are much stronger than the normal spices. So we use it in Qatari machboos. And machboos, it's like our main rice dish. It's like the fish and chips in UK.
Really?
Yeah. This is something very traditional. We call it bukhur.
Okay.
Usually, in celebrations or after cooking, we like to have we are obsessed with nice smell.
Okay.
So we put some of the wood here, and then with nice smell. So when you light it up, it's a fragrant, amazing.
I'm gonna buy one of these.
Yeah, our childhood chips. It is like it's made in Qatar.
Okay.
It's very famous in Qatar. We name it Bufak Qatar.
I'm gonna take some of those for my kids.
Yeah, sure. And every dish we start with the hard spices.
Okay.
So we put the oil and then we add these spices so the fragrance will come out.
Okay.
After that, we can add the onion, the garlic, whatever you want to add. And then we go to the heaven of spices here.
Wow.
You can see whatever. This one is our machboos spices. This is like the basic spices we have in Qatar. We use it like almost in every dish. 1 spoon, it has coriander, black pepper, white pepper, salt, turmeric, paprika. So it's all in one.
Okay.
So we can use it for our Mexican Qatari dish today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mexican Qatari dish.
Mexican Qatari dish. So David, we have everything with us now.
Okay.
So you will go and have a walk in the souk, but don't get lost. See you, David. Bye-bye. Bye.
So I'm just about to meet this amazing man. He's part of the old profession of pearl diving. I'm very excited to meet Saad.
Morning.
Assalamu alaikum. Talk to me about pearl diving.
In the old days, we have nothing for income here. In the winter time, we go to the desert, just like a farm. We can get a lot of things to eat. In the summertime, of course, we go into the big boat, which contains the captain and his helper, and the diver and their helpers. If there are 20 divers, there must be 20 helpers with them to pull the diver when he goes down. Diver use 3 things for diving. One is the weight, which takes the diver down.
Okay.
Second thing is a basket to collect the oyster in, which is around here. Third one is the nose clip to be put on the nose to avoid water from going to the nose. Take a long breath and go down. 2 minutes underwater.
2 minutes.
Yeah, no air. Then he will pull him up, bring the oyster and open. Yes.
No, it would have been nice, huh? And you still enjoy it as much now as you did all those
Before,
years ago?
you have to go and dive and get it. Otherwise, how to live?
Yeah.
Nowadays, there is a lot of food, so money, everything. We go only to, not to renew it, but to remember about it. Remember that our tradition like this.
It's important to remember.
Here. This is natural. This 100% from the sea. I got one necklace with 200,000 riyal.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's like an ant-eye.
Wow. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
maybe one day you can take me diving.
No problem. Anytime you come, anytime you want.
Thank you. I'm just about to meet an amazing man called Abdul Aziz. He's very influential in the art world, which is something that I'm very interested in. I'm excited about meeting him and hearing about the art culture in Qatar.
Hi, David.
Abdul Aziz,
Hi.
nice to see you.
Likewise.
Thank you for having me here.
Well, thank you for coming over to Souq Waqf Art Center. I would like to show you around.
Wow, the skyline. Something to be proud of.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Wow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. How has the art scene changed over the years?
We have had a lot of investment in the art scene itself, and life has changed totally. We hosted artists like Damien Hirst, Murakami, and all these big names. And the young artists started to have an exposure to what the new modern conceptual art is. And then we started to see crazy stuff. It changed massively.
And there's a lot of young, talented artists in Qatar?
Yes, yes. And now we have the universities that teach art, the thing that didn't have before. There are a lot of graduates in fashion design and art and design, changing the scene in a very dramatic and very speedy way.
An art scene really brings culture. So who is one of the main leaders in that?
I think Sheikh Al-Mayasa is a visionary person with the team of Qatar Museum, Sheikh Hassan Al-Thani and the others, under the vision of the Emir himself, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad, are really changing the art scene in a very massive way.
And it helps that she has impeccable taste.
Oh, yes, yes. And you know, when you bring surprise to art, you always come up with some good dialogue, and that's what she's been doing.
How inspiring is it when you have great artists come to Qatar?
Well, I know I've changed a lot because of Murakami exhibition.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I said, this is a role model, a benchmark I want to look at, and I want to become something similar in the future.
I love Murakami.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Love Murakami. Before Murakami, before you saw the exhibition, who inspired you?
Matisse, of course. Damien Hirst, I love him also.
Yeah, he's a friend.
He is.
Yeah,
he bought one piece of mine. I was so honored.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. So how long have you been doing this for?
17 years now.
17 years.
Yeah. I started as a cartoonist in the newspaper. So I changed to modern art and street art. And this is where I have specialized now.
I have a piece that's similar to this
Okay.
in my house. My wife is not a fan. It's one of my favorite pieces.
Is it?
Yeah.
So we're going toward this tunnel. It connects Souq, which is the old area, with Musharraf, as you can see.
From old to new, very quickly.
Yeah.
So the new metro station, and this is your piece.
Yes.
And tell me where the inspiration for this?
So the piece is called Family Reunion.
Okay.
And it's inspired from my extended family's gathering, especially from the times before the mobile phone, because I'm from that era.
Me too.
Yeah.
But don't tell anyone.
And I come from a family that has different backgrounds, like there are Kuwaitis, Egyptians, so it brings so many cultures together.
That's what it feels like, so
yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank you so much for today.
I'm
it's been a real
exceptionally
pleasure.
happy, thank you.
It's been a real pleasure. Next, Chef Noor has a friend in town from Mexico. He's called Chef Aquiles, and everybody knows how much I love a taco. Look at that!
Hi, David.
Chef.
Hello.
Aquiles.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice
It's
to
a
meet you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Why don't you hear about the Mexican taco?
I like all tacos.
But you know, you live in LA.
Yes.
You know everything about the Mexican
I
cuisine.
do.
So I'm gonna show you how to make tacos de carne asada flavor.
With Qatari flavor.
Because we're in
Qatari
Qatar.
flavor.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so
With the
let's
spices
start.
we buy.
Magnificent beef is a Kobe beef. Instead of to use oil, we're going to use
I'll use the Qatari ghee. See, David, the hard spices that I was showing to you there?
Yeah.
We'll add them to the oil just to give some flavor. Higher,
watch out. We have the
the
onion,
onion,
bell pepper,
bell pepper, of course.
yellow one, green one, and red one.
Now I want you to get ready for the smell
We
with the
put
Qatari
the
spice.
Qatari flavor.
Now, I want you to feel and smell the Qatari spices.
Oh, can I try?
Of course.
Okay. Mmm,
Okay, and heat it dry without any oil, without anything.
with nothing.
So when you cook, you just forgot about everything, you know? When I
Everything.
start cooking,
Everything.
just vanish and then just focus on something.
That's why I love to cook at home for the kids.
For me, it's my yoga,
Yeah.
honestly. We'll go enjoy our taco.
With taco
We
in
should.
our hands, we'll go to sit. I love it.
One of my favorite parts of today is visiting the souk and seeing this real traditional and heritage of what Qatar is about and keeping that heritage. But what I love is also we are now in this amazing place
Yeah.
using the traditional spices. You know, the evolution of food here in Qatar must be inspiring, it must be incredible.
It is. We can find now the Qatari flavors everywhere. You can find them even in the Indian, between the Mexican, between the French cuisine. This was my mission. I told them I want Qatari food all over the world.
It has a real distinctive flavor, taste.
Yeah.
So can you explain that to us?
You want the secret.
Okay,
Yes.
give me the
So
secret.
I
The
reveal the
secret.
secret. In other culture, they use salt, black pepper. Maybe you can tell paprika. Our secret is the combination of the spices that we are using in every dish. This dish, maybe we use now 8 or 9 spices in this mixture. So you cannot figure out what we are doing in the dish. You just be amazed and enjoy it.
Well, chefs, thank you so much for today. It's always a thrill to me to be able to be in the kitchen, and now I know the secret.
You-
I'm happy to
you're
leave. But thank you so much. Finally, at the end of the day, we're going into a pop-up, which is part of Doha Design Week. So we've woken up bright and early this morning. It's another beautiful day here in Qatar. Thank you. Is this a traditional breakfast or is this okay?
Yes, she tried to keep it like authentic, but like generation by generation, they're keep on forgetting like what's the taste of it. So therefore, she's like, you know what? I'll maintain the heritage, I'll maintain the tradition, and I'll add different flavors to it. I'll make the children love it even more.
So the food culture, has it changed a lot over the years?
Absolutely. With the generations, they want to try here and there. Nowadays, you can see Lebanese food with Chinese twist, which is good. She really wanted to keep this authenticity. There's no much protocol and etiquette here. Just
Okay.
like, dip the hand.
So I'm a big foodie.
Yeah.
I'm a big foodie. Really good.
Really
My
pretty.
kids would like this.
Yeah.
How does your mother feel about inspiring other young female chefs and female entrepreneurs?
For her, it's like I still can give more.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide on what my favorite dish is, but it's impossible to choose one. Well, Shams, thank you so much. This has been amazing. To experience a real traditional breakfast has been really incredible.
Thank you.
And congratulations. This is amazing. Thank you. When I walked up to the museum for the first time, I was blown away by the architecture. It's been based on a desert rose, and I can see exactly why.
From an education perspective and from a children's perspective, we have in every location a section for them to really work on their education. We are a museum that is looking for the future. I think one of the most important things is as we pass through this, people understanding what it means to have this kind of treasure and how it feeds into sustainability. A lot of it is educating our people, educating the public about the need for sustainability and how we need to be part of the ecosystem and not disturb it.
Who's been the main leader in the sustainability part?
Well, the Emir, of course, has been a huge part of this, and our 2030 vision as well has been a huge act in what's happening. Our education teams, Sheikh Hamaya is the chair of our organization, as well as Sheikh Hamoza, Sheikh Mahan from the foundation. So it's been a collective act for our society and our country to work together.
Thank you so much. It's been amazing to learn the history, to see the growth and to see the evolution of Qatar. It's been a real lesson for me. So now it's time to leave the city behind and head to the inland sea, which I've heard is beautiful. To be able to do something like this, heading out into the desert, but also the falconry. I know it's a huge part of Qatari traditions, so I've already told my kids and they're very jealous. No, I'm actually really excited about this one. Khalid and Majid are going to talk me through the Bedouin traditions. Hello.
أهلا وسهلا أهلا وسهلا مرحبا.
Nice to meet you.
محمد ماجد أهلا وسهلا زل الوليد خالد أهلا وسهلا من دوحة فيصل محمد.
I would love to hear about the cultural importance of the falcon.
نرحب فيك ونشرح لك عنها. الصقر هو مصدر فخر. في قطر كانوا الآباء والأجداد يصيدون، وقبل لا تجينا السيارات كانوا يصيدون، يركبون الجمال والخيل ويروحون يقنصون فيها. الحمد لله الآن صارت سهلة العملية مع التطور، ولكن يبقى الطير الحر هو الأفضل في المنطقة.
What makes them the most valuable falcon?
احنا نفضل الطير إذا كان في بداية بس باللون أول حاجة، بعدين يجي المواصفات، الجسم الجميل يكون متناسق، يكون الرجل من الجسم الطير تكون قصيرة جدا مثل كمال الأجسام يصبح. الجناح الطويل مهم للطيران. العين المدورة الجميلة اللي يكون عليها نوع من الغطاء بعد تكون هذه صفة جميلة للصقر.
I would love to see them in action. Is it possible to see them fly?
Sure. He's faster than the plane. Really, because the plane only coming about 100 something. His speed over 300. Now you see the falcon. It's very nice. He's eating everything. Now you will come to the matchboos. We'll show you how to matchboos. How's it tasting delicious.
Okay, let's go. Thank you.
Qatari matchboos. Let's see the matchboos.
Please. It's really good. How important is it to keep traditions like this?
It's usually made to celebrate a guest or to honor someone. Kindness is a part of the culture, and it's important to keep the kindness alive, regardless of development. It's a symbol.
This piece is be the most tender piece because it's a muscle that doesn't move.
I love being in the middle of nowhere and talking and eating, and this is perfection for me. So we've woken up bright and early this morning. It's another beautiful day here in Qatar. I'm actually heading out onto the streets with a guy called Saeed, who's going to be showing me around Qatar, which obviously I'm very excited about.
Welcome to Doha, David. Beautiful, huh? Yeah. We will make some noise now. In the tunnel. That was a good reaction, huh? I knew your face. It's like, yalla, let's go. السلام عليكم. كيف الحال؟ الحمد لله.
That's what I love, you know, a bike culture, because there's one everywhere. And that's what I love.
You will see all kind of bikes, old, new, modified, amazing.
A bike community is the best.
We are like friends without knowing each other. Yeah.
It's an instant like connection straight away.
Yeah.
So when people come here, if they are bike enthusiasts, if they love riding, what can they do here in Qatar with the bikes?
I mean, you can go
City,
a lot of places, yeah. Right.
City, dunes.
Yeah. A lot of places to visit, the Berlin, I don't know why. And then in the dunes there, amazing, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But to go fast and do crazy stuff, no.
I'll leave that to you.
No, I'm not doing. No, I'm
not doing that. I
This
don't want to jump.
This way I do. No, me too. I don't jump.
Okay.
I don't want to break anything, man.
Yeah, you don't want to break anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, thank you. This will go down as one of my favorite mornings in Qatar, because I love riding. I love a bike community. So I really appreciate this morning.
Thank you very much. We had an amazing ride.
The next time you can take me to the dunes and we can jump.
No jumping, okay?
So I've just had a walk through 21 High Street, which is literally called from the ground. It was very nice. I brought the weather with me all the way from London.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice.
Welcome to Qatar. Would you like to go for a walk?
I'd love to go for a walk. And I'd also love to find out about the whole film industry.
We started Doha Film Institute in 2010, and I was one of the first filmmakers in the country. Thank you. And the majority of the filmmakers here are women.
That must be something that is pretty incredible, right?
It's actually better than Hollywood in that sense.
Yeah.
So this is where we have the red carpet for the film festivals here in Qatar.
Okay.
And this is the heart of the filmmaking industry.
Where does your inspiration come from?
Life inspires me,
Yeah.
you know? My grandma inspires me, my grandfather. Our legacy of pearl diving, of being the nomads of the sea and the desert. That's what inspires me. That's what I want to share with the world. For me, in terms of the filmmaking industry, we haven't been represented yet. And another amazing thing about DFI is that they have grants and they support filmmakers and give us funding. And they've supported my film all the way throughout the journey. And so to screen it here this year would be a dream come true. Finally, 7 years in the making.
So where are we now?
We're at the Blue Mosque. And it's actually one of my favorite mosques in the country because it's so intricate. It was designed by a Turkish lady, and they used inspiration from mosques all over the Muslim world. We're at a time now where modernity and tradition are fusing, where it's a tribute to the past, but it's also a tribute to the best of the Muslim world, the best of the Arab world, and what inspires us.
It's a great skyline.
Throughout my entire life, I've watched it grow.
I can imagine.
I feel like it's symbolic for the growth of my soul.
Wow, this is pretty amazing.
The shadows at this time of day is actually quite beautiful and dramatic.
They are beautiful.
So, one chapati, one karak.
Perfect. So
Cheese and honey.
Cheese and honey.
The best.
Wow, you're right.
We know our food in Qatar. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is really good, by the way.
It's insane.
Well, it's so lovely to meet you. I heard you've got some questions for me, which I'm a little bit nervous about. I hope they're going to be mostly about football because it's what we love most.
Yeah, of course. What do you think about female football?
You know, female football is something that I've always supported, and even more so now, you know, especially for me having a daughter.
Yeah.
You know, if my daughter wanted to go on and be a professional footballer, you know, I would love that. I'd love to support that. So in Europe, you know, especially in the UK, the women's game has gone up a level and the national team has gone up a level.
What about here in Qatar?
Do I get the ball back?
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, here in Qatar, you know, I was with some girls yesterday. I think it's important that there seems to be some kind of movement here with the women's game, and that's great to see. For Qatar to host this World Cup in 2022 is very special.
This is where the World Cup is happening, and this is my country.
I want to say thank you so much for being here today, and I hope you enjoy the World Cup.
I have one last question. Would you please sign this ball?
Of course. We've gone from a modern speedboat to a traditional dhow. Khaled is going to talk me through the history of Qatar and its relationship with the sea.
Hey, David.
Hey, how are you?
Well, how are you?
Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
We would like to take you on this traditional boat and little trip, so possible. But this is the best we can do.
How important is it to keep this as such a huge part of Qatari culture?
We always have a touch and appreciation of the heritage that we have from the past. This is always our identity.
Yeah.
So we know where we came from, and this is how we used to be in the past. Like even you can see the picture of the old dolls. Like we use it like in everywhere, even in our logos and our money. And there is some specific for bull diving. There is some specific for traveling. For the culture, it's very important to keep it because this is always our identity. There is some people still use it for fishing, but as you can see, all the dolls around you have been made in a way that for a pleasure purpose.
But what I love about them as well, they're all unique. I haven't seen one
copy-paste
dhow that's like the same as the other one. Everyone is unique, everyone is different. That's what I love about it.
Special, very special.
People in Qatar are very proud of their culture. Huh?
Very much. On those dhows, they could buy a yacht, okay? But they prefer to have this choice. It's like something like attached to the people there.
Tell me about the Dhow Festival because I know it's huge. So.
This is like an annual event that's happened, and a lot of the dhows owner take their dhows over there. They do some competition at that time, like fishing competition and film oyster competitions. So this is keep the culture going.
Especially when the families are there and the children are there and they start to understand and learn about the culture and the history.
It's kind of education, for the communities.
So when you look at the skyline, for me it says the kind of progress a country has made in such a short space of time with keeping the history and the heritage and what really matters to Qatari people. Qatar, the modern and the traditional really do fuse to create something really special. We've been on speedboats, we've been on dhows, and I got to ride a motorbike, which was one of the highlights of my trip, and also meeting so many great people. I've learned the history and what the future looks like. It has surprised me with a wide range of great experiences. It really is an incredible place to spend a few days on a stopover.